everyone for coming to this edition of the StayFi Marketing Mastery series. Today we're going to be going over just a quick recap of everything that we did release in 2024. There is a lot of stuff that we added to the platform and a lot of different tools that interact with each other. So we just wanted to have at least one session where we go back over everything and make sure that there's nothing that anyone missed to ensure that you're getting as much as you can out of the product and the developments that we've made over the past year. So nice, getting started. So not quite in chronological order here, but we're going to be going over the homepage and Upsell storefronts, which if you join our sessions, you've heard quite a lot about. So we're going to do a quick refresh on that and what they kind of provide, because there is still a good amount of customers that we have that aren't really leveraging the Upsell storefronts as much as they can be. And it's something that's been really effective for a lot of people. So we want to make sure that you understand what it's for and how to use it. Our pre-arrival messaging, as well as our pre-arrival guest data collection, which are two newer features, which are basically a way for you to message guests before their arrival to get them over to the homepage. And it doubles as a way for you to collect their data, actually, without even using hardware. We're going to go over our new one-click campaigns and automations, the ones that are active right now and the ones that are coming. Our new property autofill feature, which is basically a way to quick add properties from your PMS into emails. The no hassle DNS flow, which is a part of our new email service. StayFi SmartConnect, which has to do with your smart devices and automatically connecting them to the Wi-Fi. Our compatibility with Ruckus, our updated phone support and availability there, and obviously these marketing mastery sessions that we now hold on a bi-weekly basis. So just getting things rolling and starting off with homepage. So as most of you guys know, homepage is basically here to make sure that you are making the most of a first impression. Before we only had basically that splash page at Wi-Fi login, and we realized that there was so much more that we could do with the redirect link that we created homepage. So this is an example of it over on the right. And this is a really great example of one from a successful customer that uses homepage right now. Essentially on homepage, after someone signs into the Wi-Fi, or if you send them that link via text, email, anything like that, it'll link them over to here, and this is fully customizable. But essentially what it comes with is a guidebook link for any guidebook that you have, a direct booking link to make sure that they're able to book directly with you and check out some of your other properties. And then custom buttons, which you can see some of here. For example, this Nashville hop on, hop off trolley tour. If there's things that you can earn commission on, or you want people to check out even your own rewards program, you can add anything to this page to get traffic to it. But the main feature here is going to be our upsell storefronts, which are through our free partnerships with the HostCo and Viator, who we've had webinars with in the past. And also, I'd just like to say, if there's anything that you want to learn more about, we have had a specific mastery session on each one of the things that we're going to be covering today. So if you want more detail walkthroughs, just head over to our YouTube and go to our marketing mastery playlist, and you'll be able to find it there. But yeah, so for the HostCo, specifically, they're offering, amenities and services like early check-in, but also can help you collect money on, pet fees, massages, gift baskets, things like that, that they already have a partner network set up and ready to offer. So depending on your area, there's already a suite of offerings that you can be offering your guests. You can also add things to it that are more custom yourself that you will want to make commission on, and you found that people like. So we have that store there, and then we also connect with Viator, who has a really extensive network of local experiences, excursions, and activities, pretty much anything that you can imagine all over the world. So two ways to earn commission while really, giving your guests quite a unique experience and allowing them to find things from you, who is probably going to be a much better guide than just searching around on Google and things like that. So again, just an example of how homepage works. So, and this is the most basic iteration, is just the guest connects to the Wi-Fi, they enter their information on the splash page, and then they're directed to the homepage. They also have the opportunity to share the homepage with other guests. or anyone else to, have people check out, you know, some of those amenities, excursions, et cetera, your guidebook. And as mentioned before, you can also get those, you can also send a link to the homepage via text or email, anything like that. Here's just a larger image that's an explanation of Viator and HostCo. This is the HostCo over here, an example of your HostCo store that's customizable and some of the offerings that automatically come with it. And then this is Viator over here. So two ways that you can earn commission from your homepage right there. And then I did want to also loop in some case studies just to show you, how customers are actively using these products and how it's going. So this is one that you guys may have seen in the past from Mike Z Rentals, who is currently making about $12,000 a year by leveraging his homepage. For the most part, he's gotten that from leveraging late checkout and early check-in. He also offers things like traveler's insurance and some more other, custom buttons, but he makes sure to send the homepage, as people are coming into the property, also via email, and gets it to guests as much as he can. And it's working well for him. I think that revenue is, steadily increasing as well, month over month. So there's a lot that you can do with it, and it's passive income at the end of the day. So once you set it up, it really just generates for you. The next feature that I want to cover is a pre-arrival messaging feature. So this is what I was referencing before. Basically, within the pre-arrival tab of your StayFi dashboard, you're going to be able to create a message that can be automatically sent either through your PMS or depending on your PMS, we'll walk you through how to add the message. But ultimately, one way or another, we make sure that you're able to get people over to the homepage, which does increase your chances of having conversions on things like the host co and Viator. Just because, if you can get ahead of it and get people to check out what they can do ahead of their stay, they might be in that kind of planning phase. And, obviously for things like early check-in and stuff like that, it's more helpful for them to have access to your homepage early. So again, for that, you just head over to the pre-arrival messaging tab. We have dynamic fields here for the homepage. Your property name changes everything dynamically based on where they are. And you can customize this message, but yeah, to get that started, you just want to make sure that this message is to your liking, and then you want to toggle on this over here if you have a functioning PMS. Otherwise, if your PMS isn't supported, there's just a couple of them, then we give you step-by-step instructions to get this started, and it's still quite fast and easy. Another tool that we've recently come out with that is connected to that is our pre-arrival guest data collection. So essentially what we've been able to do is for our StayFi Email Plus users, we enable you to essentially get approximately 2 to 10% of guest data without hardware by sending your homepage ahead of the stay. Basically what we've done is we've taken our splash page here and inserted it kind of as a gate between the message that the guest receives ahead of their stay and the homepage. So it both, gives you the opportunity to take the booker's information, but then also in this flow, it also encourages them to send it to the rest of their party, which they're fairly likely to do if they want to check out the guidebook or any of those offerings. So the more attractive that message is and the more stuff you have on your homepage, the more people will obviously want to share it and the more data that you will collect. But that is a fantastic new feature that you can basically use without hardware to start collecting some guest data. In terms of how it works, you just go into StayFi and make sure that you have your homepage and your pre-stay page set up. You should toggle on that toggle that I showed you before to start automatically sending the pre-arrival message. The guest will share or explore your homepage and then share that homepage. So all of that information is also going to be shared or saved in your CRM. And you are actually going to be able to see up here where all the data came from. So you can actually see how much data that you're collecting from the pre-arrival source as it was. These are the steps to get started. You just want to make sure that you subscribe to StayFi email and use our marketing, connect your PMS, get set up, send that message, and then also to obviously optimize that homepage so that you make sure there's a lot of interesting content on there that is inherently shareable. Awesome. The next thing that I wanted to go over more broadly just was StayFi Email Plus, which is something that I know really was what we put the most work into, I would say, last year, and what we're continuing to work and develop as this year goes on. We feel it has a lot of value. The biggest thing that we initially came out with was that you can set automations and newsletters, create them in seconds. Really have this custom builder where we automatically have these kind of buttons and tiles where you can change as much as you want about it, but technically you could jump into it, click a couple of buttons, and have an email that's ready to go, specifically formatted for vacation rentals, yeah, with basically a click. You can see over here a screenshot from the dashboard of an example of like our Wi-Fi welcome, which is one of our automations that's set up in this way. Post departure is now live, and I'll go over some of the things that are live. This is an older screenshot from when we initially came out with Email Plus, but yeah, so we have those really exciting one-click campaigns. We also don't have any restrictions on the amount of emails that you can send like a lot of other providers do. We're synced, directly with your PMS. Your Wi-Fi and PMS data is available in addition to the pre-arrival guest data that you collect. So you have, every single guest that you've ever had stay. If you have their information, you can remarket to them, you can get them coming back, and you can kind of build that loyalty with them. And obviously, as I have noted, it is quick and simple to set up. We really took a lot of the guesswork out of it. So just digging in a little bit deeper to our one-click campaigns to show you guys, kind of what has already been created and is available in StayFi. This is kind of what it looks like with the email template over on the right and the selections and things that you can drop in on the left. So already right now you can go in and set up your Wi-Fi welcome journey, which more people are familiar with. As soon as guests sign into the Wi-Fi, they're going to get an email that is automatically generated. You can highlight some of your other properties, give them a discount if they want to book direct next time, and show off your homepage, get more traffic to that. Our post-departure journey is basically we've developed it to send after the guest has left. So hopefully you're catching someone who has just finished their trip. They're in a really wonderful mood. They had a great time at your property. And, you have them saying, God, I'd really like to come back here, or that host was really fantastic. I really enjoyed what they had to offer. And you can show them what you do have to offer and, potentially make them a return guest for life who starts their journey with you. And then we also have the stay anniversary, which is basically just made to send around the 10-month mark to inspire some nostalgia and get people to come back to the property that you either had them stay at or one of your other properties, depending on how you format that email. But the wonderful thing that you can do is with the automated journeys, you really do set them once and then they automatically send for whatever group of guests you want them to. So it is really a set it and forget it. And obviously we'd recommend, watching those campaigns, seeing how they're performing, tweaking them if you want them to perform better than they already are. But it is very, very quick to set up and will benefit you a lot in the long run. And then there's our ready to send newsletters, which are something that you're going to make as a one-off. So we've made it, a general newsletter for you to share different updates, promotions, other bookable properties, things like that, that kind of fit the monthly newsletter format that are, again, ready in just a couple of clicks. The promo campaigns, which are really specifically targeted for like flash sales, special events, very discount focused, and there's less content around it. It's just really made to get you having more rebookings. And then our upcoming availability, ready to send newsletter, which is our last one that we've created, is really unique. It's specifically set to showcase properties that have open dates currently. So we're able to sync with your PMS and understand what is and is not available, and use our property autofill feature to pull in those properties from your PMS and specifically solve for last minute availability, or, if you feel that, your occupancy isn't where you want it to be, or it's not projected, or where it's been projected and it's falling short, and you want to, fill those properties with occupancy remaining. This is a perfect use case for that. And then those are the ones that we've already created. Throughout the rest of the year, we're going to be continuously working on building more of these for you. So a rate and review email campaign, emailing the guest on their birthday, specifically for new property announcements, holidays, featured events, destinations, all those kind of things. We're working on finding as many types of emails and use cases as we can to add, so that you can basically fire off any kind of email that you would already be planning on doing, or maybe even some that you hadn't thought of before. And they can be ready in no time at all. So, and then lastly, I did want to talk about our property autofill feature, which is connected to StayFi Email Plus. So specifically what this can do is speed up, a lot of those one-click newsletters. If you want them to be more rich with different properties and things that you're adding, or in the case of the last minute availability newsletter, which is what it's currently built and is active for. Basically, what this is going to do is connect with your PMS, and then when you want to add a property in the email, it'll take you to the screen. It'll automatically scan once you've put in the available dates that you want to solve for, and the minimum number of bookable nights. Click search properties, and it will pull up all of the available properties that you have that have not been booked within that period. And you literally just have to click these off, and they add to the email immediately. So you can, really solve for some last minute availability issues and things like that quite rapidly. And it does eliminate, any issues that you can have with thinking that something's booked and it's not, or making any errors with the bookable rates or photos or anything like that. So it is really an incredibly handy tool. So. And the information that it pulls in is going to be the name, image, URL, and the rate. So, again, this is currently live for upcoming availability campaigns. So that is already active. We're working on getting this to function for any emails that we're using, or any one-click newsletters that have properties built into them, like any emails where it makes sense to add in featured listings or anything like that. That will probably be coming in either late February or possibly March, but it's already available for the upcoming availability campaigns, and it will be integrated into our email marketing in a much more rich way soon. An example of a last minute availability campaign working for one of our customers is this one sent by Pocono Land Cabins. So, really highlighting a special deal for this weekend only, understanding that, it was probably a very low chance that this was going to get booked. They felt that they could offer a more kind of aggressive discount to someone who may have already stayed with them, which is, just really getting or building that loyalty rather, with a guest, giving them a great deal, and, possibly making them a guest for life. But this had a 56% open rate and a 6% click rate on 708 people. So you can really imagine the more emails and the more guest information that you accrue through our Wi-Fi marketing service or our pre-arrival service, the more power that these emails have, and people really do open them and click on them. It is a really great way to actually increase your direct bookings. So we love to be able to show that from, real email campaigns that have been sent. Very similar kind of situation here, 57% open rate, 11% click rate on, 1,000 people. So really you have over 100 people clicking on this email and going to your direct booking website and considering whether or not they want to book the property, which is amazing. You know, with kind of these emails, we always recommend having, prominent discount up front if you're going to be offering one, establishing urgency. It's always nice to, implement like a holiday or seasonal theme if um, it is that time of year, and to highlight your unique property features. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about with Email Plus specifically was the fact that we upgraded also how you can connect to your DNS. If you already use our email marketing service, then this might be not as applicable to you, but anyone who's ever set up an email marketing account and had to go into the DNS servers and get things cross-checked and wait 48 hours, it is an extreme hassle. So we wanted to take care of that for any of our customers using email marketing. And we do automatically detect your DNS provider. We give you specifics on-screen step-by-step instructions to verify your DNS and really hold your hand through the process. And we offer real-time DNS setting verification. So, really can save you a lot of time. Yeah, like up to 2 days of waiting time and a lot of just figuring it out and confusion that I think will stall a lot of people when they're trying to start email marketing. Next is StayFi's SmartConnect. So this is more of a background feature that we definitely announced, but not everyone necessarily knows about. And what it does is it makes it so that your smart devices are going to be able to like automatically connect to the Wi-Fi. So automatic casting for guests. In the past, if there was ever an issue with a guest trying to connect to Chromecast or Sonos or a smart TV, when you can't necessarily access or pass through a splash page when you're connecting to a Chromecast or a Sonos or something like that. So it might be challenging. So we implemented some technology to automatically detect which devices should not need to go through that process of entering in their information once the guest has already been there. So has really taken the that issue away. Yeah, automatic smart device connection for all of these different things. Also for security cameras and things like that to make sure that there's no hassle. If there are any non-automatic devices, we made it easy for you to just add them in StayFi with just a couple of clicks to make sure that with any kind of device that you're adding, it doesn't have this issue with having to pass through a splash page. Um, and yeah, it makes it so that your smart devices can just remain on your main router's Wi-Fi network. We also added compatibility for Ruckus. So as most of you guys know, we are partnered with or mainly use Ubiquity hardware. Um, and there was a lot of reasons for that, but we did want to make sure that if there are any existing customers or new people that are coming in and have Ruckus hardware, we are now compatible with that hardware. So to get set up with your Ruckus points, you just need to create a StayFi account, set it up. You'll end up sharing your virtual smart zone controller credentials with us and our support team to make sure that we can get everything set up, and then you'll set up your access points just like how you would with any Ubiquity hardware. But just some extra flexibility there if you already have that kind of hardware to make sure that you can use it without having to sell it or anything like that. And then the last thing that we wanted to call out was that we did expand our support for customers. So we did update our phone support so that you can message our team and coordinate a support call 7 days per week. But also we have a phone number that can be used for urgent Wi-Fi issues. I didn't put this phone number up on the screen right now because this is going to be posted to YouTube, and we do want to make sure that that phone number is kept exclusively for customers. But if you go in to submit a Wi-Fi ticket, it will show you that you can call phone number and get urgent support there. And then we have our marketing mastery sessions, which obviously you all know about because you are watching me speak to you right now. So we're going to continue holding those on a bi-weekly basis to make sure that we're here giving you guys expert tips for all of your guest marketing needs, campaigns, things that we learn, different case studies, and also as we continue to add new tools and features and things like that, we'll keep having these sessions so that you guys can come in and ask any questions that you have and understand and get the most out of StayFi. So now I will open it up for questions. I know my colleague Yvonne has been answering some in the comments already, but Bonnie, is there an access point that can be set up remotely versus being on site to set up with guest Wi-Fi broadcast? I will let Yvonne jump in on that one. um, he's on our products team and will know. In the meantime, though, does anyone else have any questions that they would like answered? Also go back through the Q&A briefly just to make sure there's nothing that should be shared with the group. Can we add a guest's birthday even if we do not collect it via Wi-Fi? Yes, yeah. So that is important to know. No matter how you're collecting information, you can also go into our CRM and edit anything that you want to. So you can go into, email marketing subscribers, for example, and then edit a guest's information and yeah, customize anything like that any way that you want. So do the YouTube videos have detailed videos on how to set up the ad campaigns, etc.? Yes, Don. Yeah. So if you head over to that playlist, the Marketing Mastery playlist, and just find the applicable video, we have made in-depth detailed walkthroughs on how to set up all of the campaigns, what we recommend you add to those campaigns, and you can find all of that information there for sure. Are you recording these available to be viewed later? Yes, we are. So yeah, this is being recorded right now. All of these are, and they can all be found on our YouTube. Just head over to StayFi's YouTube, and then you can go to the StayFi Marketing Mastery playlist, and everything will be there. Clearly connect to smart device automatically. I'll let Yvonne respond to that since he did the feature. Question regarding the storefront option on the homepage. If I have an affiliate relationship with a business where I get commission for a sale, does the host code take a commission on the total value of the sale or a percentage of the commission? So yes, if you add something to the host code that you have obviously created that relationship and have been running that kind of program outside of the host code, but you want to add it, you can, and it would be a very, very small percentage of that sale. I want to say it's between 2 to 30%, but don't quote me on it. If you go into your host co store, you'll be able to see exactly what it is. But yes, you can add anything and it's a very, very small, basically just a hosting fee. And then Bonnie, if I remove a property, will it delete the imported guest data in my email marketing list? No, no. If you remove a property or anything like that, all of the guest information that you have is stored in our main guest CRM. So yeah, regardless if it was taken from your PMS, you could manually upload it, take it from your Wi-Fi. It really doesn't matter how it got in there. But once it is there, it's there to stay and you can use it for any of your campaigns. Uh, Roxana, in terms of the SmartConnect, Yvonne dropped in a link answered in the question for a link to the knowledge base so you can explore that a little bit more deeply. But essentially, it's just that, we wanted to make sure that any of your smart devices that needs to connect or people need to be able to access them and they can't have a splash page, we essentially eliminated the need to pass through a splash page on that. Okay. One more from Bonnie. Is there a service that you provide that can set up my email marketing campaigns if I do not have the time? Yes, we do have a partnership with Switchback Marketing. So um, I don't think it's as heavily promoted on our email marketing service right now. If you message our support, they can help you get set up with that if it's not immediately shown in the email marketing tab. But I think that it still is, but yes, you can basically meet with them. They're email marketing experts that have a lot of experience specifically in the vacation rental space. And either they can help you get campaigns set up for you. They can have it as a managed service. They can give you a consultation. There's a lot of different options there, but yes, and you can also get a discount on any of those services through us. Okay, no problem, Bon. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give it just one more second to make sure no one else has any questions. Okay, I think we're all good to wrap up then. All right, thank you guys for joining again. I hope that you enjoyed the presentation and it was informative. We will see you again in 2 weeks with the next session. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Thank you for being StayFi customers.